What's happening, kinfolk? Welcome back to the channel, Knuckles TV. Knuckles coming at you. Today, man, we are doing a video on a whole bunch of stuff on Old Blue. So this video here, man, is going to be probably a 3 to 4 part, we'll call it a series, but it's going to take about 3 or 4 videos to get it all in. And each video is probably going to be a pretty good amount as far as time-wise. So I hope y'all stay along for all of them, man, and watch the whole thing. But what we're gonna do for this series is I gotta change my drive belt. So I'm changing the drive belt on Old Blue. And in order to do that, the great design that Harley has, you have to take off the swing arm on my bike anyway. You gotta take off the swing arm, and not only that, you gotta take off the whole primary. Outer, inner primary, clutches, everything. You gotta take all that stuff off. So we gotta change the belt. While we're in there, I'm gonna go ahead and do a clutch change as well, since I'm gonna have everything off anyway. So I'm gonna change the clutches, and then also there's a little seal in the shifter shaft seal, I believe is what it's called, and that's also behind the primary. So while I'm in there, I'm gonna go ahead and change that as well. So, and I'm also going to go ahead and do the oil change that my good friends over at SPECTRO Oils has sponsored. So I'll do that as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and warm the bike up, get all the oils warmed up. Since I've got to drain everything, go ahead and drain everything and get it ready to go ahead and tear down the primary, the swing arm, and all that stuff, man. The oil changes will be at the very end, of course, but like I said, this series is going to be probably about 3 to 4 videos. So I'll show y'all how to take off the swing arm, I'll show y'all how to remove the inner and outer primary, and then I'll show y'all how to replace the clutches, and then we'll do an oil change video as well. So I hope y'all, I know it's a lot of stuff, kinfolk, but I hope y'all stick around, man. I hope y'all enjoy the videos, and that way I can go ahead and get Old Blue back on the road, man, because I'm ready to get on Old Blue. It's been a long time, so I don't know, y'all probably tired of watching other videos of me not on the bike. Apologize for that, but I love making those videos as well, so you'll probably see more of those also. So stick around, man. Let's go ahead and get the oil drained out, and then we'll get started on the swing arm. Alright, kinfolk, so as I said earlier, I went ahead and drained all the oils out of the bike. Got it on my jack stand, tied it down a little bit. I went ahead and took off the rear wheel. I didn't show any of that because I was trying to hurry up and do it. So the rear wheel out, calipers off. I'm going to change brakes as well. So I've got some new brake pads I'm going to put on while I'm in here. So I got the rear wheel off. Now I've got to loosen the swing arm, loosen these shocks from the swing arm, and then pop these caps off. Here it says to pop these covers off, cover caps, which gets you to the bolts on each side for the axle bolt, or swing arm bolt, sorry. So over here, let me show you why I'm changing this belt. So on the belt, as you can see here, something happened. I don't know if I got a rock in between the pulley and the belt or what, but it ended up poking holes all the way around the belt. Some parts a little worse than others, but that's what it did. So that's why I'm changing this. So it's always good to inspect your belts, man, and all your parts whenever you're taking before you go on a ride, because stuff like that can happen, and if this would have busted, it probably wouldn't have been too good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this other cap off, and then go ahead and loosen the swing arm. Actually, I'm gonna loosen the shocks first, and then what we'll do is take the swing arm bolt, take it completely out, and let the swing arm drop down, I believe. So I'll look at the manual and see exactly how I gotta do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up. I know I gotta do that, and then take these caps off. Alright, so now it says to remove this bracket here, which just holds on your passenger floorboards. So I already took that bolt out, and take this one out. Move it like that. So then that goes in there like that. That to the side. Okay. And then we already loosened our shock bolts, the lower shock bolts. And then you've got to unhook the cable here for your brake cable and your ABS sensor from the swing arm. So it's just got little clips. You just pop them out. That's what this is here. All right, y'all. So now that I've got this bracket off, this here is the pivot nut, axle pivot nut or some shit. So it says to secure this side. So I'm gonna put that there to where whenever I loosen it, it'll hold it once it hits one of these. And then on this side, the right side is the side we gotta take it off. So let's see if I can do this. See how it's hitting there? So it's holding the nut there. So loosen that. Let's see what else it says. What else does this say? Loosen and remove the nut or pivot nut securing the pivot shaft. Support the swing arm on a box. Oh, before we do that, I need to take off this belt guard. So it's gonna be here. Not the right side, but I'm gonna use it. I'll take this belt guard off. 3 bolts. Hold this on. Oh, that one you don't have to take completely off. It slides out. All right. Did not know that. Port the swing arm with the box. I do not have a box. Put these back so I don't lose them. Alright, is this recording?
Yes.
I got Babushka over there gonna hammer. Once you take this nut off, where's that nut, bro? This is what comes off of that side over there. So once you take that off, then we've gotta hammer that pivot rod or whatever the fuck it's called. Hammer that shit out of there. So go ahead, Bubba. Okay, hang on. Okay, so
there's a washer that comes out.
Yeah, make sure you keep that and keep it the way that it came out. And so whenever y'all go, if y'all go to do this, before you take this out, you gotta support the transmission, because if you don't, the transmission falls. And so I just noticed that it just did that, but I had already supported it right here, so you gotta make sure you support that. Okay, go ahead. All right. What do you got over there? Anything gonna fall off over there?
No. There's just that one washer. Want me to hold it over here?
Hold what?
The swing arm?
That's it. It didn't do anything. All right. So. That's how that comes out. Rubber bushing. It's just fucking dirty in there, dude. So, make sure I clean all that shit and re-grease her. Alright, so now All right, so once we get this pivot rod out, you go ahead and loosen the shocks, take the bolt completely out of the swing arm, and then you'll carefully remove the swing arm, just pull it out of there, and then be careful because here you've got, which one, this fell out?
This one right.
This little spacer thing here will come out, so make sure that stays in there. And you've got some little one over here on this side, and then you've got your little rubber mount here, which I'm not going to remove because I don't need to. So we're going to leave that on there. And then that removes your whole, swing arm just like that. So you don't have to loosen these up or anything, only these bolts here. So now I've got all that out. That is how you remove the swing arm and the tire, which I didn't show you all that, but it's not that hard. So then, let's see. Inspect that swing arm. Oh, thank you, sir. All right, so while I got all this taken off, I'm gonna clean all this shit up. Give her a good wipe down. And then, that's it, kinfolk. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope it helped some of y'all out. A big thing, man, is to make sure you get your manual. I went ahead and ordered this one on eBay, and it helps tremendously, because then this will also give you your torque specs that you need to go back on with it. So to put it on, you just reverse the process. So like I said, I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start removing the primary, but that'll be in another video. So until next time, much love, much respect, Knuckles out. Oh look, my brother-in-law put a little zip tie so we don't lose it. See? Smart, smart.